welcome back to another Better Together episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for wanting to know how you can grow and go faster, longer, stronger in our business by building relationships better as well. Today, we're going to be talking about how do you successfully build community. We've always talked about community because our business thrives not just on talking to people, but really, ultimately, building community. My friend Randy Gage defined duplication as doing the same simple actions with a large group of people over and over again. You build duplication by doing the same simple actions with a large group of people over a long period of time. So I'd like to focus on that large group of people. How do you have a large group of people who will do the same simple actions over and over again over a long period of time, as opposed to talking to people and then finding out that they leave you the moment they encounter trouble or challenges. Now, an article that I recently read talked about a survey that was done by the Gallup organization, where they said that people who have strong friendships in their business or in their workplace are more likely to be 7 times more engaged in the business. So, I've always said, our business is not all about getting people to join us. It's all about how do we keep those people in the team? How do we keep them engaged? How do we keep them active for as long as possible? And so clearly, based on this survey, relationships matter a lot. In fact, if we take the time to build relationships and really build community, we can actually have up to 7 times more engagement in our team. That's amazing. So to build community, I'd like to talk about 2 things that we need to learn. The first one is our character. John Maxwell once said that it's our attitude, not our aptitude, that will determine our altitude. So it starts with us, who we are, our character, our traits, how we do things. In building community, it's important that first and foremost that we learn how to see the good in people. There's always going to be imperfections because we are all perfectly imperfect. How do we build community with people that are imperfect? What I have found is that I have learned how to just look for the good in people. I've mentioned this in a previous episode. If out of 10 things a person does, only 1 is right, then I will focus on that 1 thing and find something to appreciate. It's amazing how people will do great things and jump through hoops when they are appreciated, encouraged, and recognized. Create a culture in your team where you appreciate the goodness in people, where you recognize and encourage the best out of people. But that requires character on our part. We cannot fake this. We cannot do this unless we really believe in the goodness of people. I find no better example. I find no better role model in this regard than my upline, my mentor, our upline and mentor, Dato Sri Vijay. I always say that he is one man, the one man I know who sees the good in people, and not just see the good, but invests in people because of the good that he sees in them, even when we ourselves don't see that good in us. He believed in me way before I believed in myself. Imagine if you were that type of an upline. Imagine if you were that type of a leader who saw the good, became the good, and brought out the good in people. That requires character. So character is important in building community. Don't fake it until you make it. Just be who you are. So in the same way, look at the good that you have. You may not be the most charismatic person in the world. You may not be the friendliest person in the world. I wasn't. I was the most introverted person I could think of or I knew. I could be in a group of people and not talk for hours and be perfectly okay with that. In fact, I would prefer not talking to people. However, our business required that we talk to people. How did I do that? I had to look for what I really liked about people. And you know what that was? I genuinely liked helping people. I genuinely liked solving other people's problems. So I focused on that. And I focused on how I could develop that trait even more so that I could truly build a community with people where we're making a difference by being a difference. Number 2 is your capacity. We were all not born with the same capabilities to develop relationships or grow relationships. In fact, I would dare say we have all been wounded in one way or another, or many ways, because of relationships that we've had growing up, because of the relationships we've had in the past, or maybe even because of relationships we have today. But woundedness cannot be our excuse. They say that hurting people hurt others. So look at yourself and look at what you need to fix in yourself so that you could be a better friend, a better partner, just a better person to be around. We were all created to be in relationships. That's the master plan. And so we all crave for connection. We all crave for interaction. We all crave to be in relationships with people. Can you be that kind of person who really draws out the best in people and makes people comfortable? Can you be the type of person who creates trust, who is able to manage whatever diversity there is in your team? Can you be that type of person that, becomes a peacemaker, a problem solver? As you grow higher in your journey in our business, and as your team starts to expand, you will realize that majority of the challenges or problems or issues that you will be handling for your team have to do with relational issues. So increase your capacity, increase your ability to understand to your people skills, how you communicate with people, how you make sure that they understand you. And one of the things Dr. Sri Vijay used to tell me when I would complain to him that people did not understand me, he would always say, it is your responsibility to make sure you're understood. You can't just say, I said it this way, it's their problem if they didn't understand it. That's not how it is. If you value relationships, then go back to yourself and say, how could I have done that better? Why was I misunderstood? What should I have done differently? Increase your capacity in communication, in listening. Most of the time, we will have to listen more than speak more. As uplines, sometimes we fall into the danger or the trap of being the expert, of being the guru, of being like the one who knows everything. But how do we really help our people grow in this community, thrive in this community, and really feel safe in this community that you're building? By listening to them, by giving them the time to really understand where are they coming from, what is their heart, what are their needs. People skills, very important, okay? So as we build up our character, look at what we have, not try to be somebody we're not, but build up our character, and then increase our capacity to create and build, maintain relationships, manage conflicts, encourage people, okay? Then we will be able to create that community, that team of people, that large group of people who will be doing the same simple actions over a period of time. And as you have more people engaged motivated because of the strength of the relationships in your team, then you will start to see your organization and your checks growing bigger and your business growing stronger. Thank you so much for your time today, and here's to us building community together, because truly we are better together. God bless you all.